sent down low. Here's Glenn, and we'll have our first fight of the game. Throwing a couple is Nick Bianco. Bianco with a hard right, and he gets the takedown. As behind his own net, it's Brody True. New Jersey, well on their way to matching their start 2 years ago, as now it's going to be Brody True dropping the gloves. Can't see, it's up against Will Fliss. So Fliss losing his helmet, gets a few rights across, goes over the top, and then gets the takedown. Carney. Carney in the corner with Caulfield, and then Carney ends up getting jumped from behind. Sam Kleeman Lee dropped his gloves before even engaging with Lucas Carney.
The other ways. Ham and Mears decide to go at it. That was a quick one. 56 seconds left in the first period.
In the zone, nobody's looking for it. Oh, with a shot attempt, but it is covered. People are laying down on the ice over here. Uh-oh. We're going to have ourselves a little bit of a scrap over here, everybody. I can't see who those players are.
Spearmeyer's one-timer was way off. They're still cross-checking down there. Now we got to fight. As Talk and Couture fighting. Talk got one more shot in as they got one more shot in.
Owen Schoonover, 2 minutes for interference.
2 minutes for interference on Owen Schoonover. Oh, now we got a fight. Not much of one. There we go.
Patron's going to make a huge save, and we got a big pile up, and people are not happy. Oh, gloves are dropped. It's fight time here in the Rose, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time. We got a dog pile.
Tries to get the shot on, save made, and now we're going to see a little more extra fighting here down in front of the net. As the scuffles continue here between the two sides. Again, I mentioned it before, the Generals are going to show a lot of this ferocity early on. You can see right now Owen Locke in the corner there. He's got a hold of Brody True. And the helmets are coming off down there as they're in a bit of a wrestling match now. Owen Locke stands at 6 foot 185. Brody True, I believe, stands at about 5'6", 160.
Johnson, the self-pass off sides. As the whistle sounds, oh boy! Oh, this has the chance to get out of hand really quickly. The whistle sounded, and we get some following up fisticuffs. Oh, this has the chance of being a mess. The officials doing their very best to make sure that Jordan Newpower is gotten off of Nick Johnson.
had some issues in the past with goaltending. Geez. Oh, and there's a tussle. There's a tussle in front. Bryce Stern. Oh, my God. He's just going after him. Oh, my God. And his helmet got knocked off. And I don't know who the Americans player was.
Obi with it now. Oh, and we actually have a fight here between Crutcher
He's held up. Lolly with it now. Oh. Ryan Hipsag is ready to fight somebody. Godfrey and Hipsag, as Casey Sturm was going at it. Hipsag is
big hit below us off the play. Now they were trying to catch a man coming on, but couldn't quite do it that time. Could St. Louis with Watson. We got a little pushing and shoving in the corner. We got our first fight of the night. Big fight in the corner here. First time I've gotten to call a fight. Wooders with it in on the fight. Miles Watson, 17, Caden McDonald. No, well, there's Miles Watson involved in that.
Van Tassel. Pass. Tried to get that in front of Schmidt. Johnson shot. Saved by Easterwood, and he will smother the puck. And Fields and Johnson are throwing jousts at each other. And Johnson coming back with a few rights. I don't know what led to that. Fields' jersey is over his head. And I'd imagine both of these guys will be seen in the showers at some point soon. I have no idea what led to that.
Northeast General's goal scored by number 8, Mason Frary, his third of the season. Assisted by number 9, Gabe Bujic. Time of the goal, 10:25. Well, behind the play, a couple players battling with each other. It's Caden Hess. Now wearing a full face shield for New Jersey is Peyton Fogues, as Hess, I'm not sure really what started all of this. Hess basically tackling Peyton Fogues. Again, Fogues has a full face shield, so you're not going to see him fight. He didn't even manage to get both gloves off.
1 minute remaining. Delayed penalty coming here. That's going to be a check from behind. And it looks like we may have a throwdown. Yeah. Nice little scrum there along the boards.
Lumberjacks on the Curlies heating and air conditioning power play.
Get a chance here. Bodies hit the deck. Helmet comes off as well. We've got a scrum behind the play, and now we've got a tussle going on. One player without a helmet on. It's going to be Whitman with the tussle on the near side. He gets the takedown as he squared up against.
This is going to be old and gross. I should throw this out.
Tries to feed this one far side. Doesn't get any further than the top of the far circle. Second effort, has a couple bodies in front of him. Home run pass, nobody's home. Lang wants one. So they're going to drop gloves on the far side. Lang and Lakesh. Lang, a couple power shots. Big hit from Lang. 3 or 4. He eventually gets taken down. 2-fight night. Boy, and they appreciate that.
Their shot, save, puck still loose, rebound bouncing around, and now it's covered up. And now the gloves are off. 7:17 left here in the third.
Far side, under 10 to go. And some pushing and shoving off to our left, and a bit of blood brewing. Helmet goes flying. Brody Niche wrestled to the ground by Smith. And Niche skates away. Lord takes a punch to the back of the head with his helmet on.
Battle here behind the net. Mene sends it over to Despenes in a battle behind the play. And it's taken over by the Blizzard, and now a penalty coming on the Blizzard. As Carter, he's been asking to fight all night and takes down, I believe, Mene. And Mene is still down. Carter wants to fight. His gloves are off. That could be a game misconduct right there. And Carter's just fighting. Now a fight going on, and Carter takes down Bird.
Steals it. Kerr's going to shoot. Oh! Stopped by Orm. Another deflection. Oh, now things are getting ugly. And here's the first fight of the night. This is a throwdown between, who do we got here?
Stick as he trip again as Emmerich got tripped Spenningsby, no call. His ham did not like what was going on, so he started going crazy.
Going against Nex and Hebert from Brooks, Alberta, Canada. Vogie able to send it deep into the zone. Looks like we're going to have a little fight right here. And Guitard, he's going to give it to him. Guitard's going to rough number 11.
37 seconds left in the contest as DeLuzio sends it up. Big hit on Bowling. And then it's DeLuzio standing up for his man, and here we go. Everybody grab a dance partner. DeLuzio throws off the gloves, throws a couple left hands.
As Oregon will take over just inside their own blue line. And Aaron passed it up. And Peoria tipping it back out. Justin Funk really aware. And here we go as O'Donohue throwing punches into the face of Yates. And O'Donohue absolutely honked off about something, as I don't know what happened, as I turned and saw an O'Donohue was just throwing fit.
Out there, that looked like the Cone headline. Pass, shoot, score. But Josh Mack not letting anything be easy for the Cyclones here in the third period. We are halfway through, and here's a bit of a fight. Oh, punches being thrown. Gabe Randall on the receiving end of a couple big shots. Let's see what ends up getting called here. Dow fires one into a pair of shin pads and then takes down Masalik. That may have been interference, but... And now some more fighting. Back behind, and Dow's going to throw some hands. Here we go. A big eruption from the crowd. You can hear the Cyclones bench going crazy. Oh, and they're going. Referees finally stepping in. And they're trying to throw hands over the officials. That's going to cost Dahl a game. He doesn't care.
Blues body a man off and finally get it into the offensive zone. And look at that! Connor Westbrook gets laid out as he goes on top of somebody. Westbrook is in what seems to be a jiu-jitsu match with a power play in the corner, and it's Liam Frazier. Here we go! The two guys, Frazier and Westbrook. Frazier, jersey is ripped. Helmet off on Frazier. Guys tied up, not getting a lot of punches. It's more like a wrestling match. Westbrook hammering rights. Jersey completely off from Frazier. Frazier takes them down. Liam Frazier with the takedown on Connor Westbrook. An exclamation point to an amazing Friday night.
The Sharks. Cosmer, he's knocked down. Penalty upcoming. Penalty on the Titans on the offensive zone. Nicholas has it. Takes another shot. Now Fliss, now O'Connell. O'Connell and Marvin exchanging blows at center ice. Nicholson slow to get up.
8-5 after last night. Now will be 8-6 after this, but still a very great team in the Drillers. And these are the big wins you need when you're playing against top-tier opponents like the Drillers. To make sure you come away with the points as we get extra.
And there's a scrum going on at center ice, and that is Liam Mooney involved in that one, and that was with Cody Genson. Those two are tangled up. A headlock takedown. Linesman getting in there now as the hostility is starting to become more apparent between these two teams.
Bowling with a good stick, denies an exit from Kim, and Carson keeps the point, takes a hit up high, drugged down to the ice, and now a wrestling match. Carson's dropped the gloves, there's a right hand, and he takes Kolchuk down to the ice. Keeps it moving back towards Arness. Arness drops it to Jansen's. Malzone picks it off, looking for something shorthanded. It's deposited into the wall. Call coming up here as Malzone still down. Lusk once after Arness. Everybody grab a dance partner. There's multiple players. Is Gutierrez and Lusk going to drop the gloves? They have a hold of each other. They wrestle each other down. Lusk got Gutierrez in a headlock. They jump back on top of each other. It's Ramada and got a glove free. And he's got Flory, and there's another Brahma underneath him. Arness came over and made sure Malzone was okay.
General still control. 2 seconds and 1, and that'll end the period. And it appears these teams are having a few friendly chats with each other. And the time left on the clock here, it's behind the net. And that one is it. Well, the Mountain Kings win this game and end the streak for the Generals, and the Generals don't like that one.
Against the Butte Irish. That's the last game before home game before the break. And we have an altercation right out of the chute here. Bendigo and Gavin Barr battling, and now we have multiple wrestling matches going on. We're definitely going to have some penalties
assessed here. Bendigo going to the box for the Americans, and now we've got another down at the end of the Great Falls bench. Helmets off of a couple players, including Cam Cunningham. Testy start. The Bighorns touch, and they do. As Young, a couple players getting roughed up here. We're going to have some more penalties. A couple guys being tackled to the ice. Mason Egan in the mix for the Bighorns. And it looks like there's a little wrestling action going on down there. Oh, and it's still going. The officials trying to separate them.
There against the boards. He does get right back up, though. Trying to find Orwig. As with 15 minutes left, Perez. And we are in an all-out brawl. Perez in his debut game here. His helmet flies off. The officials letting the boys battle a little bit here.
Granite City's buzzing once again here in the third period, just shot after shot, putting up as many as they can. Ooh, big open ice hit. Now it's a clean one, too, as Lang gets decleated. Oh, Lang and Ham might go after it. Let's see. They're going to drop gloves.
Here we go.
We got Ham and Langer. First shot from Lang. He takes one square in the face. Lang gets right back up, and they're going to say no more fighting. Oh, they both got good licks. Ham might have got a better one.
Ware forechecked by Mooney. Allows New Mexico to come down with that puck. Nance goes back into his own zone. A huge check from Gutierrez. And now we've got a penalty. As Gutierrez took his man into the boards, that's Brady Nance, and is getting punches to the back of the head.
Back to the playing surface, and Shire sharp angle shot goes high into the net, and that'll be a penalty. That's a penalty. Shire got a late dirty hit after the play. He popped right back up, but that is a disgusting way to start the third period. If you're not seeing this on Null TV and you're on the Instagram Live, punches are being thrown after Tegan Shire fired a sharp angle shot and got decked into the boards by the shoulders into the head. And now Liam Frazier's going after the guilty party, and he's dropping the gloves. Liam Frazier throwing haymakers in a pile. Liam Frazier going at it with Blake Mitchell. Frazier taking rights, but Frazier again hits him in the head, and Blake Mitchell goes down. Holy smokes. And now another fight. It's Kundinger going up against Brody Thompson. And another little somersault there as Kundinger wins the fight. Correction, it was against Samuel Truxow.
Rogan's going to tap it to the far side and give chase. Stops, sends it, tried to send it front shot. Oh, yeah, laying right there. Sexton did not get anything on that one. And Jordan and Rogan are going at it here. I guess I got to call a fight for Jordan's two brothers, Austin and Tyler Tennant. And we'll get a call one here.
And play will continue. And finally, we're going to have our first as Morin takes out Hennessy. And Hennessy battling. Now Sprain comes in, take his man out. It was a late hit by Morin on Sprain, but I think it's Sprain going. And Van Erich is going to go with Burnside. A goalie fighting in an A3 game. Oh my goodness. They'll have a knuckle touch. This had to be a conversation before. Burnside throws a left and a right. He's on top of him. Here come the linesmen. They finally see it. And Van Erich goes down hard. Burnside caught him with the right hand. He'll push his former teammate, Sebastian Hale, forward, and then Bailey has a scrap going, and the gloves have been dropped. I don't see who. Bailey doesn't want to fight. Has all his gloves on, and put the Austin Ice Band ready to go.
More opportunities here for the Rhinos. Bodies in front of the net. They control at the top of the blue line. Keep it in. Here we go. Jansen's throwing fists. Oh, he's got some good hits in there. Jansen takes his man out. There we go.
It's almost like a tennis match there. Oh, almost a give and go. To the point, 9 gets it. Oh, here we go with a fight. Wow, 4 gets the better of... Somebody's down.
Basically to play in the third period. So, like you said, there's a lot of different... it's a 9.
Oh, and there's some gloves dropped, and there's fists flying in the corner. And it was Aiden Burke. I didn't catch the number of the Ice Bulls players yet.
Atlantic Casino instantly jumped in, and
tempers are flaring here.
So Wausau kind of had it 4-on-3 there for a second. And a big hit that time. Net knocked off its moorings. No goal. 9 seconds, left in the man advantage. 6:06 remaining. We might have something here, folks. O'Brien here. We've dropped the gloves. Trying to bust it up for 2 officials. Thought we might have something tonight here, and we've got something here. This one finally going to be broken up. Looks like they're going to take them both.
Puck comes over for Gruner, dumps it right in on Strong. So the Bighorns change once again. 7 minutes to play. And we have a tangle going on here with Joe Feebster and Will Takla.
Clear out. Nichols lets that one fly. Well, that was quick. Rest of the shot. Kicked aside by DeSalle, and that'll go all the way down. 20 seconds remaining. And we have a fight immediately, and that'll be... Wow, I missed that one.
Saw a steal. Sees Stars instead. Hard hit by Fitzgerald. Now Schroeder, Frisbee, and it's caught, but here we go! Oh, the period's over, but the fight's just starting! Watson! Sherlock hard down to the ice, and he will get back up and keep firing. Seabrook wanted just taking some shrapnel. Fitzgerald and Watson finally separated, and let's go to the locker rooms here in Hampton!
Drillers coming back on offense strong. Blocker saved by Manzi. Jones and another Rhino player getting into it with a driller.
Been doing all night, setting up a one-timer, and now Lemansky fed up with what he's been seeing tonight, and a couple of punches fly. Lemansky throws a blocker, and some jaw-jacking going on between Barbary and number 28, Mix. They're throwing punches with the referee in the middle.
Montague. Crutcher is going after McCarthy here. With 15:37 left.
Rebounds the Irish, trying to do a little drag move, but everything gets tied up right there. So wild end of one, Gavin Black near side. Got a little pushing and shoving going on the far side. Schmitzy and somebody are getting ready to go, and we'll see. Schmitzy and Cade Holland are going to go at it. Got a little dust up going on right here. The net's knocked off at some orange, and these two are going at it. So
and Bighorns with the puck. Hey, move it ahead. Cam Young. Oh, we've got somebody going after Young, going after Senor, drops the gloves. They're trading punches. Senor gets Young's helmet off. There's a big right by Senor. Young still throwing punches. Senor again with a right, another one out of the top of Young's head. There's a big hit line there, and someone took exception to that. Young trying to get Senor's helmet off, and they both go down. And I think that'll do it as the officials step in.
At most away from seeing an empty net out of the Woodsman. Cyclones just have to stay out of the box right now, and that'll certainly help. Well, and welcome back to in-game action, Caleb Paquin. Iggy doing what he's known for best, mixing it up out there.
Break here, one-on-one, partial, and bad angle, trying to get it out front, just can't quite get anything. And we're going to have a penalty here on the Atlanta Capitals, as there's now a fight here in the Atlanta Capitals defensive zone. Phillips slashed 24.
In, fires one, goes off the pads, and Wild trying to get to it. No, we are going to have a brawl here. Guitard and Takla. Guitard with some mighty blasts. They were, both of them were missing there for a bit, but they were ready to go. They're still going at it. The linesmen have them held up. The linesman finally takes Takla down, but
of Bagar. Shire, drive, smothered out in front, Weinkauf hacking and whacking, and we get a whistle. And we get some more extracurriculars as Brady Ernst is making haymakers on a power player. Brady Ernst was punching the head of a West Bend player, and it was Cole Fensky.
Pass to Gomez. Oh, what a move, Gomez. And gonna end up with maybe a couple of penalties here. Made a nice move initially, and now the gloves come off. As punches being thrown back and forth. Baker eats a few shots, does not retaliate. As Gomez having to be separated from number 41 in blue, that's Brady Ernst.
Scoring chance there for the Badlands Sabres. Chips it behind. Perea now takes a hit from Ole Svangstu. There's going to be a penalty coming up here, and now some Bighorns jumping in. The fists are flying. Coming up here is taken down in the corner. Is that Robinson? Robinson took a big hit from somebody else, and now a couple more Bighorns jump in. Ty Moore, and the gloves are off, and the fists are flying. Ty Moore, and Ryan Jordan. Still a wrestling match behind. Mason Egan has the players down, and Jordan and Moore being escorted off the ice.
Dominic Thomas, and now Jack Carter and Easton Talk having some words. Carter wants to fight, but Talk did not accept that fight, and that's not going to go over well for Jack Carter.
Ty Moore off for Dylan Cunningham. Down low. Shot. Hammonds with a good chance there. Ogre with a stop. I got it, bar. We're going to have some more penalties here now behind Braden Cunningham. I'm not sure which Saber. A couple more players added into the Badlands penalty box, and now the gloves are off. Sonor and Cam Young. Center ice. Oh, Cam Young with a shot. Sonor, they're exchanging blows. Step in to break him up.
That one ricochets off the outside of the net. Cyclones absolutely buzzing right now as the referee's hand in the air in a big-time scrum, and more than a scrum, some punches being thrown. You have both linesmen involved, and tensions are high right now between your Wausau Cyclones and the Wisconsin Woodsmen.
To pass it in front, knocked away from Cam Cunningham. Centering pass in front, shot blocked in front by Ramsey. Got a piece of it, I think. Oh, and a hard hit on Gavin Barr on the far side. Penalty, and we've got a pileup going on here. Cam Cunningham tangling with one of the Ice Dogs. Loesch. It's hit by Tyler White. Wrestles into the ground. A fed in front. Saved by Weatherford on Perea. Now Loesch. Finally the officials see what's going on over there. Now we have another scrum down in the corner. And we've got all the players paired up now.
As Zenda's not supposed to be out there. He's supposed to come off on a line change. As now Dean's going to go at it here. I don't know what started this one, but Shane Dean going after Easton Talk here.
And that's the Rhinos' first goal this weekend. Ooh, big collision, the penalty coming. Kowalchuk, Wentworth, they're dropping him. Wentworth and Kowalchuk, toe-to-toe. Wentworth and Kowalchuk going at it. Kowalchuk with a couple of rights. Wentworth trying to come back. Kowalchuk getting him down. Couple of lefts there at the last. Kowalchuk, Wentworth, they go to the ice.
In attendance this season thus far, and that could be coincidental of the Ice Dogs' success, as they are much better. And as there's a huge fight and a big scrum, everyone's running and getting in the action as well. A line brawl. Everyone is just feeding each other. Oh man, and here comes Shendo. He drops the gloves. Here he comes. He's looking for Reinen and Shendo. Reinen, and they drop him. They're feeding each other there in the corner. Oh man, and referees are just letting them play him. Here comes Klein, and everyone gets into it. Oh man, it's a massacre here in Bozeman. Jeez. Shendo and Reinen, and they're still going at it. And they finally stop and they give a handshake, and oh boy. And they're still feeding them in the corner. Hamilton's letting them go. Holy smokes. My God, It's a bloodbath out here. Sticks, gloves, helmets. They're all over the Ice Dog zone. Players are standing around. What a battle between Helena and Bozeman. Oh my God.
Elliott returns to the bench for the Stars, and there's a couple high hits from Dragovic and Lust. They're still having a conversation, and they'll drop their gloves and go. Couple big right hands from Lust. Drops Dragovic. Just gave him the 1-2, 1-2. Kind of testing ground for the NHL. Kind of have how the same as some junior leagues have, and Brendan Forden in the middle of all this. You got a whole scrum going on. Polka was batting at a puck in Forden's glove a little late and brought the whole everybody together. And I wouldn't be surprised if we just saw everybody let off the ice since there's only 52 seconds left. And Carson throws one on Kolka, and here we go, round two with the same boys. Kolka drops the glove with Carson. Carson and Kolka on the back of the net. The linesman's on top of them, but they don't care.
Draw one back, some gloves go flying. Paul Allison, oh, look out here, Paul Allison and Owen Drake going out. Big hook by Paul Allison. That was Deluzio, the puck will go around the board, just out of reach of Eagle Seagull. Huge hit there. As well as the Browns player, wasn't quite ready for that. That's going to drop Travis Deluzio. Didn't like the special run here and dropped it off the puck. Going down, running into the Browns bench. Spencer Run gets the best of the run that he got tangled up with. The linesman finally in there to separate.
Out of here, don't really have numbers. 3-on-4. They'll send it in. Hacker will cover. And a big shot that time, a little pushing and shoving behind the net. Glove flies high into the air, and a couple of punches thrown here. We got to fight, folks. And not going to be much of a fight, going to be broken up. They're going to continue to smash at each other here. I believe Watson and Wooders are the two men going at it back behind the net. Now back in on back out of the defensive zone. Budic will send it in. Woodsman have it far side, sent in. This will go in on net. Dienema in the neighborhood that time. Now we're pushing and shoving here after the whistle. Far side. And a couple of men go down. Now some extra activity behind that. Well, they're going to take some guys here. We got close to fisticuffs here. Both referees trying to break this up. Now we got some punching and shoving away from the whistle. Wooders involved in this fight. Second night in a row, Wooders has been involved in a fight. They're going to run one man away from here, so only two officials are going to run both men that were involved in that original fight off. Wooders still involved over there, and Wooders will finally be pulled out of the fight. Yeah, there we go. That's the first good fight.
The Drillers up by 4, and that'll do it. 40 seconds left, and here's some bad blood. Here we go. That's Wood and Schaefer. And then a couple others, and now it's, are you kidding me? That's Beam taking punches in the back of the head. Beam is doing nothing. Finally, Schaefer steps in. Coming to Beam's. Look at Beam is doing nothing. He's getting assaulted out there. Never mind the referee. We made to bring in the police here. Man, oh man.
And what a diving backwards roll. Brooks Borofsky. Can you believe it? And here we go. Liam Frazier landing haymakers and lands a TKO on the Woodsman. Ground fighting ensues. Liam Frazier with the KO.
That Woodsman guy didn't even have enough time to take his gloves off.
Didn't have enough, exactly, Will. Didn't have his time to get the gloves off. Turn aside by Borofsky. Huge hit in the corner, and someone goes down, and that's a bad hit. Somebody took a run at a West Bend player.
Just dropped the gloves.
And Max Mudge dropped the gloves, and you don't see that often. Max Mudge dropped the gloves after it appeared that it was a board to the head.
Granger takes it up the wing. Offsides there. Oh, and we have a fight. A fisticuffs. And they're throwing haymakers at each other, battling. And this is the Northeast Generals versus Norwich Sea Captains rivalry we have to see here. 5 minutes into the game, and there's already a fight. Refs are trying to break it up, but they will not stop. Ryan Janik. Massengill moves up to Herrick. Herrick moves up to Essing. It's a 2-on-1. Essing to Levain. And a save there by Foglia. There's a scrum in the middle of the offensive zone now between Herrick and Solari. There's another fight. That's 2 fights in one game. Tyler Herrick is throwing it down with Solari. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a rivalry tonight. Refs are getting punched. Players are throwing them around. Out to Hayden. Hayden at the top. Potentially shot wide. Net is dislodged. And there is now more fists thrown here. As there are more fists thrown here, and this has turned into a wild second period again here. Tempers flaring around. Looking for the stick of Moran. And there is now more fights here as this is getting out of hand. This looks like playoff hockey, ladies and gentlemen. Game 7. You think the Stanley Cup is in the building. Fists thrown. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, you name it, it's happening tonight. Helmets off, gloves off, sticks flying around, and there are more punches thrown here. This is unbelievable. This game is under control. It's out of control. Not under control.
McKinley kind of got there, and he's going to get it kind of a, yeah, they're going to call that. And now it's going to get a little dicey. Yep. 21 seconds. Kind of just was quiet for a while. Everyone was just playing keep away. And when McKinley got tackled like that, they're rolling around there, making snowmen, push you back.
The close boards. It goes past Thiessen back into the Helena zone as the clock ticks down. And the Bighorns will pick up win number 20 in a row and remain unbeaten here at home. And pick up an additional 2 points to move ahead of Gillette. Now we've got another scuffle going on inside the Helena blue line as tempers flare more. Joseph Lally of the Wild involved with a couple members of the Bighorns. Cam Young and Lally are now tangling, throwing blows.
Klingbeil with it. Klingbeil's going to skate forward, dances around Zapar. Klingbeil gets laid out by Logan Nichols. Leo Carter skating forward, and that's going to be offsides on the Yellowstone Quake. As Howard goes and attacks Logan Nichols. Logan Nichols feeding Dominic Howard.
Towards the backside of the net now as Kangas will pick it up and look for his options. He'll try and send it over to the far boards as he does so indeed. Santiago takes a big hit there as there's an elbow right to the face, and we're going to see a penalty, and we're going to see a little bit of fist, I think, be thrown as we'll see a pile up now in the close corner. Ian Kangas is trying to pull somebody out of there. We see a couple of helmets being removed here. I see Callhammer and Drew Vermette's helmets off. Santiago took an elbow right to the face. Reaching forward here with the likes of Veenstra. Taking a stick there in the face area was Michael Locke, and we'll have a stoppage here and maybe a little more pushing and shoving at the end of the play as Tamburo's going to get into it with Tyler Sakalis, and they'll take a tumble there on the backside of the net.
Penalty force coming as O'Donohue pitted him against the wall. Now O'Donohue and Larkey pushing and shoving as the tradesman comes in. And now O'Donoghue's going to throw his gloves. He's throwing a series of right hands, right hand after right hand. And whoever that, I can't tell who that is for Oregon. I think it was Dagan Rose.
With a minute 25 left. In front, loose. Can't get a shot off. Now the Americans come the other way. And delayed penalty. Oh no, and Dominic Howard getting into it, dropping the gloves. And the Americans, Dominic Howard, turtles. And now he's down and bit of an anticlimactic.
Corner trying to come up with possession. 2 seconds and 1. And that will do it for the first period of play as Nick Trabb pulling at a Sharks player. Not sure who that was. As they're still going in the corner. It's Mason Jackson tied up with Trabb. And I imagine we'll get ourselves a penalty out of this. Try to go one-on-one, or rather one-on-two, around a pair of Sharks defensemen. Fliss then comes together with Weber. Fliss and Weber still going at it. Another penalty coming up as Grant Coy-Kendall gets tackled behind the net. Will Fliss just giving it to Robert Weber as Weber came over the top of Fliss initially, and then everything came out. So Will Fliss will find himself ejected from this game. Escape the penalty box for now, but by doing so, this very well could be a 5-minute major. Now Cam Fanfa drops the gloves, and he's going to go. Fanfa and Elliot Traub, they were working on this before. Here they go. Cam Fanfa giving up a few inches, gets a hard right in on Traub, and then he gets the takedown. How about Cam Fanfa?
That was a hell of a hockey family too. Her uncles were the Malley boys. One of the best players out of UMD, and one of the best players on the national team, Oscar. Her grandpa Selmer used to sharpen my skates for me when I was a kid.
Well, we're getting a little after the whistle scrum here. Layden and number 27. We got 2 fights going on. Lowry and Dunham are going at it. Number 27, Christian Crutcher and Wiley Glayton are going at it.
I don't know, that was a little premature pulling Lowry out of there. They were still going hard.
So,
Glayton's not quite done yet. Look at this.
By Jaguar. Jaguar will try to work down low. And now Jacob Miller. We got a fight going on now. We got several players getting into it now. We got Boyd dropping some big bombs. Stone Rush back behind the plate taking some shots. Boyd's still up on his feet trying to take some shots. Now Rush getting back into it. Rush taking some more shots there. Someone needs to get over there and help Rush out.
Scoring look for the Junior Blues, and Westbrook just absolutely pummeling on Savino. And now the officials involved. Westbrook needs to go from this game. He works it across to Savino, backdoor goal. And a well-deserved goal, and here comes an expected scrum, a big-time scrum after a beautiful goal. And now some more punches being thrown by the last-place team in the division. Tensions boiling as they're going at it. And Antonio Gomez ends up on top. How about that?
To quite frankly better their odds to getting back there. Yeah, we got 3 guys on one over in the corner. Here comes the bench.
That's not good. Yeah, Whitman took a shot up high, I think, from Witham there, and well, Whitman being Whitman there.
One right there came into tonight's game with 73 points, 32 goals, 41 assists. And he's got 33 goals. And then we got a little fight going on right here. Looks like Jaden Rogan and Leaf are going at it. Got a good tilt going on. That gets everybody fired up here with 10:31 to go. Going to come away with it anyway. Severson will see if he can do something with it. Severson brings it in. Oh, fires, but it goes off. He's going to draw a penalty, and then we're going to have a bit of a brawl here, I believe. Schmitz isn't going to take it from that guy as he whacked Severson in the head afterwards.
Looking for an option. Goes to Dutcher. Dutcher. Met with two, and the gloves will drop here on the near side between Clunk and Dutcher. And Clunk will go down as he can't find his footing. Which zone was behind the nets. Ooh. And a lovely hit, and the gloves will drop again. This time between Carmine Mascardelli and Jameson Bain. The two are still going as Mascardelli is getting some big right hooks in. And the officials are going to call the fight there. Schwendeman trying to get to Hooser, but Hooser's caught up. And there will be another dropping of the gloves. Ruin Schwendeman and Ryan Janik going at it. Janik with the left. And Schwendeman takes him down with a few right-handers.
Danaski battles there with Scribner on the far side hash mark. A shot springs out to Senden. Near side circle and a whistle. Fletcher and Lesser are and Lesser's just punching Fletcher. Now there's a fight. Fletcher gets a couple of good rights, and then Lesser, now a couple of good rights by Lesser. He grabs his hair, grabs his face. Get Fletcher taken down by Lesser. Fletcher gets a couple punches in there, and a good fight there by Lesser and Eli Fletcher.
It'll bounce to Wolf, though, when Atlanta will clear the zone. Up the ice, and we've got a tussle. Fighting behind the plants, Martinez, he's been looking to go. Martinez ready to chuck him, and gets fed by Vasenic, who's a much larger human. Still from his knees, Martinez ready to go. Vasenic is trying to fire up his team.
The Warhawks able to clear it and send it all the way down. And we're going to get a fight here. Both guys just dropped the gloves. Lang and Cantwell drop them right away. And Cantwell looks like he gets the better of it. And the Warhawk fans are on their feet cheering that.
The call hammer sent it through. Noah Levesque on that puck. And pandemonium at the Tri-Town Ice Arena. Oh boy. Oh boy, I can't wait to see the penalties handed out for this one.
By the Capital zone. Here comes a streaking Capital through the neutral zone. That was Wolf that got stood up by Lund. Ethan Secord got stapled in along the boards there. He's down, and there's Manny Kasuno coming over to defend his teammate. That one was a nasty hit.
It's going to go off. Henning comes on. Oh, Henning was all alone if he could have got to that one. And where we go in the corner? The boys are going. And we're getting some punches thrown here. Thrown to right. That Tumbrock is throwing them. And that's it. to center that one and got it knocked away, but the Blues make a mistake and a turnover right there. Almost a costly one. Oh, there's a just crushing hit in the corner. And here we go again. As he is wailing him on the ground.
He slows it down, tries to get it out to Clark. There's a hit in the corner by Villers. And Sereno's going to come away from it, but I think we have, here we go. The gloves are dropped. It's going to be Clark versus Montgomery here. They're squaring off at the blue line. No punches landed yet. There goes Clark's helmet. Montgomery rakes Clark's face, lands one. They're moving, some body shots. Montgomery getting the best of this one so far. He's trying to get there, and refs are going to step in and break this one up. We got a fight going on over here. This one's between Crutcher and that looks like Boozes at the size. No, it's Klude. And just some face pushing there. Now we got Vincent and James going at it. James gets on top of Vincent on the ice, but Vincent's throwing punches from his back. Refs try and get in there. Vincent rolls around on top. He's not ready to quit yet, so it takes all three officials to break this one up.
And that will do it. At the end of the first now, we have some contact. Dropping the gloves. But Paulie's still going at it.
Ending the second period. 2 goals against 2 more goals, I should say, for the Generals. It's giving them a 5-0 lead, and we got some antics going down here. Schwendeman and Tamburo are getting into it. They have dropped the gloves here. Tamburo taking down Schwendeman, and they are still going even while they are down. Quite a way to end a period, and they're literally peeled off of each other.
Score! Man, oh man, Case and Yamada laying out. And Ryan Callahan going by the Mustangs faithful. We've got a couple bodies tangled up here. They're throwing punches. I think one of them's Andon Marceau. I don't know who's who, as it's well behind the play. Linesmen have joined the fray, but Ryan Callahan with a goal there to get the Junior Blues to within 3.
Right to start, fires one. Oh, missed the cage and sent it off the back wall. Had a nice opportunity, but Wild finally able to clear that one up and out. And we got a bit of a scrum going on down here in the near corners. A couple of players are going at it. I don't know if that's Zach Labens or who, but Holy Spanks who's trying to get a hold of Kerpus, but the Wild player is not happy right there. That's Elliot Testa, and he's going to get shown the door.
That is Cunningham trying to bring it in, I believe. No, that was Nichols. And him and Montgomery go at it.
Jackson spins away. Judge has it. Judge moves up. Judge to center. Offside, then we have a fight. Jackson and Schweideman. Couple of rights, another right, another right, another right. Another right by Schweideman.
Was singing today, that would have been a treat, Brandon. I'm telling you. Had the good fortune to go and Yeah, Temple, and this is what happens if you're not going to call something on the other team. This is what happens, and this is nasty. And Temple is absolutely going to be done here as he's hitting plant. So
Warhawks control the face-off, and on the whistle, two guys drop their gloves. Fotheringham and Shirley are going to go at it at center ice here. Fotheringham with a couple of shots, getting the better of it here. Down goes Shirley. Shirley used the 2 point. Now the goalies are going at it. Harden getting in a couple of shots, as is Gerard. And Gerard gets the better of that one.
Send it deep. Wild trying to get it up ahead now. Rogan near side, but it's picked off right there. Right.
Oh, here we go.
Well, we got a little dust up fight going. The guy's jumping in. Rogan's getting after it on number 15, Tyler Klingbeil.
Rogan took him down.
Lock in to take the draw against Hammett. Draw won by the Bighorns. Held along the wall. As time ticks down, the Helena Bighorns are your Fraser Cup champions. Montana rejoice!